Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates of the Michigan College of Optometry. The graduates of the College of Education and Human Services. the faculty representatives of Ferris State University. The President and stage dignitaries. Please stand for the singing of our national anthem. Feel free to join soloist Rachel Schumann. Gentlemen, please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight of the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave over the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated. Good afternoon. Welcome to the commencement exercises of Ferris State University. We are delighted that you, the families and friends of our graduates, have come to witness this occasion which celebrates their accomplishments. My name is Glenn Okanowski. I'm a faculty member in the College of Education and Human Services. Carrying the symbolic mace and representing the Academic Senate is David Baker. Marshals representing the faculty members are Virginia Hines and Matt Wagenheim. Today's music is performed by the Brass Quintet from Mount Pleasant. The interpreter is Emily Baxter, and the ushers are members of the Ferris State University Student Alumni Gold Club. Please join me in thanking them for their assistance. Now allow me to present the stage dignitaries, who will rise as they are introduced. Audience, please hold your applause until all have been recognized. Board of Trustees Chair, Gary L. Granger from Byron Center. President, David L. Eisler. Honorary Doctorate Candidate, Lupe Ramos Montini. Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Fritz J. Erickson. Academic Senate President, Kagendra Tappa. Director of Alumni Relations, Jeremy J. Mishler. Trustee, D. William Lakin from Clinton Township. Trustee Sue-Ann L. Walls from Big Rapids. Vice President for University Advancement and Marketing, Shelley L. Armstrong. Vice President for Student Affairs, Donald Flickinger. Vice President for Diversity and Inclusion, David Pilgrim. Vice President and General Counsel, Miles J. Postema. Vice President for Administration and Finance, Jerry L. Scobie. Dean of the College of Education and Human Services, Michelle Johnson. Dean of the Michigan College of Optometry, David A. Damari. Would you please join me in acknowledging them? Officially presiding over this commencement ceremony are members of the Board of Trustees of Ferris State University. Board Chair Granger now brings you the board's greetings.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the 2013 May Commencement Ceremony. Ferris State University is one of Michigan's great public institutions of higher education. The Board of Trustees is comprised of citizens appointed by the governor with the advice and consent of the Senate of the Michigan Legislature. As mandated by the state of Michigan's Constitution, the board is charged with the responsibility of governing the university by setting policy that enhances not only the quality of education, but the quality of life. And this graduation epitomizes both. The Board of Trustees members believe it is important to be present at many of Ferris' significant events. Therefore, a representative of our board is attending the Kendall College of Art and Design ceremony today. On behalf of the entire Board of Trustees, I extend best wishes to each and every one of you being honored today, and special congratulations to the May 2013 graduating class. Go out into the world and be great dogs. Bulldogs.
Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Fritz Erickson, will introduce the honorary doctorate candidate.
Good afternoon. We are honored today to recommend an individual who has a distinguished history of exemplary service to education and a passion for Ferris State University. We are proud to recognize Lupe Ramos Montini.
Allow me to share the resolution concerning our honorary doctorate candidate. Whereas Lupe Ramos Montini, you are one of 7 children born to your parents, Isidro and Maria, in Westlake, Texas, and traveled north as a young girl to harvest tomatoes in Indiana and beets and cherries in Michigan, learning from this experience the importance of education and the need for advocacy for minors. Whereas you are a distinguished educator who worked for the Michigan Public Schools for 36 years, most of which was dedicated to the Grand Rapids public school system. Whereas for 12 years, you have served as chairperson of the committee to honor Cesar E. Chavez, which hosts an annual social justice march and community gathering, among other events, and advances the aspirations of Hispanic students pursuing a college education. Whereas you were elected in November 2012 to the Michigan State Board of Education, and your numerous awards include the Latina Wings Award from the Grand Rapids Caribbean Association and the Mayor George Hartwell, who is present here today, by the way, Champion of Diversity Award. Whereas your presence and your passion and exemplary services in education and to the state of Michigan and your selfless leadership in community service are truly reflective of the dedication and commitment that we are proud to recognize. Now, I like to pause here. I don't know if you counted, but that's 5 whereases. And if in our careers we can have 2 or 3, if we can have half as many whereases, that's pretty darn good accomplishment and a great way to give back into the community. So, Lupe, thank you for your example. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Trustees of Ferris State University offers to you its sincere gratitude and takes great pride in conferring upon you the honorary doctorate of public service with all rights and privileges thereunto pertaining.
Lupe Ramos Montagny, Ferris State University is privileged to pay tribute to you today. By virtue of the laws of the state of Michigan, the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Ferris State University, and with the sincere good wishes of the faculty and students of this university, I confer upon you the honorary degree, Doctor of Public Service, with all the rights and privileges therein. As a symbol of this recognition, we invest you with this doctoral hood. And present you with this diploma, Dr. Ramos Montagny. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I am honored to present to you Dr. Lupe Ramos Montagny.
On this historic day, it is an honor and a privilege for me to address such a respectful audience. I come to you divinely inspired to deliver my heartfelt message. Presidente David Eisler, Provost Fritz Erickson, Board of Trustees, faculty, staff, I thank you. To my children, Gerard and Irma, thank you for understanding the sacrifice of your time that was devoted to this work. To my brother from Texas, Dr. Reverend Ismael Loa Ramos, and my sister Elva Ramos Cantu from California, thank you for honoring me with your presence. A special appreciation to Grand Rapids Mayor George Hartwell and his wife Susan, Aquinas President Juan Olivares, my friends, for it is with you that this work has been accomplished. Distinguished guests, parents, and most importantly, the Mighty Bulldogs, the class of 2013. I, Lupe Ramos Montini, accept the degree, honorary doctorate of public service from Ferris State University, and I dedicate it to my deceased siblings, Attorney Rodolfo Loa Ramos, nurses Elisa and Rosa, and high school counselor Irma. My parents, Isidro and Maria, did not skip a beat. They raised a family of 9 children, and they instilled in each one of us strong family values and the importance of working to make a difference in this world. My 2 oldest brothers, Ismael and Rodolfo, led the charge, attending Texas University Pan American in Edinburgh, Texas. They acted as our role models. For a few years, the rest of the family traveled to Michigan from Texas to harvest the crops. This experience taught me the value of sustained effort, the importance of an education, and the need for advocacy and action for social justice and civil rights. I also attended Texas University Pan American and graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree in education. My senior year, I was recruited by the Michigan Migrant Educational Program to teach for the summer. So 10 years later, I returned to Michigan, but this time to teach the children of the farm workers. Thus, my public service in the educational field began. First and foremost, I am an educator, teaching in the public schools for 36.5 years and earning my Master's of Science degree in education from Grand Valley State University. The majority of the years I spent teaching in Grand Rapids Public Schools and also worked as a principal. But this time, I cultivated a harvest of another kind. As an advocate, as a role model of civil action, social justice, cultural awareness, gender equity, and dedicated leadership. My involvement in harvest of plentiful results with Ferris State University started through my association with several professors as we labor to make a difference in the life of our students through professional training by the Michigan Education Association. Then I met Tony Baker and Dr. David Pilgrim. Since then, I have been invited to campus to share my passion as a Latina and relate my story to the students. When I ran for State Board of Education, Tony served as my campaign manager for an event at Wayne State University sponsored by the Center for Latino American Studies. The seed was planted. Tony, together with many others, cultivated the seed, and I proudly served as a member of the advisory board at Ferris' very own, the Center for Latino Studies. The partnership between Ferris State University and the Committee to Honor Cesar y Chavez has blossomed into a beautiful rose with hands-on participation by administration, staff, faculty, and most important, the students. I feel very connected to the global visionary steps being taken by Ferris as it positions itself to meet the needs of the Latino population together with other diverse groups. Class of 2013, what seeds of public service are you going to plant? You now have the tools. You now know the value of sustained effort, the importance of education, and the need for advocacy to make this world a better place. Your involvement in your community service will not make you a millionaire, but the opportunity to serve unselfishly will make you feel like $1 million because your work will help transform lives. My social justice hero, Cesar Estrada Chavez, once said, "We cannot seek achievement for ourselves and forget about the progress and prosperity for our community. Our ambitions must be broad enough to include the aspirations and the needs of others for their sakes and for our own." Now, it is my privilege and my honor to pass you the baton. The fields of life are wide open, waiting for new hands to toil the soil and continue making this place a better world. Bulldogs, go get 'em.
Thank you, Doctor, for your inspirational example and wonderful words of inspiration. Graduates, it's a true honor to stand before you, the class of 2013. Today is a wonderful opportunity for you to reflect on your accomplishments here at Ferris State University. At such a time, you need to know that your success is built upon the collective efforts of so many people who care about you and who take great pride in your growth and development. I want to pause for a moment so we can express our thanks to them. I begin with our faculty who have served as your teachers, advisors, guides, and mentors. We are truly fortunate to have a faculty who are dedicated to teaching and who care deeply about students. I would ask that our faculty rise so that we can express our thanks to them. Faculty? I also want to thank our staff, who each contribute in their way for you, our students. In doing so, I would note their many contributions to our ceremony, the beautiful decorations here today, and the commencement program, which provides information on our university, academic programs, and today's ceremony. Now to the special guests with us today. First, I want to recognize your parents. They have planned and sacrificed to help you reach this pinnacle of achievement. Parents, please stand. I'd be willing to guess that there are also proud grandparents here with us. Would you stand? For some graduates, there are spouses or significant others who have stood by them in both good and tough times and have supported you working toward this day. Would you please stand? Graduates, some of you have children who've had to share their mom or dad with books, studying, and homework assignments. I'd ask the children of our graduates to please stand. Finally, we have many friends and other relatives of our graduates here. Please stand so we can thank you for being here with us today. Graduates, in a few moments you'll be crossing this stage. Two helpful reminders. As you celebrate this achievement, take time to thank those who have worked, helped, and supported you. Their sacrifice and love have helped create this moment for you. Second, a practical but useful reminder. We're going to take your picture as you receive your degree. Don't forget to pause as I shake your hand and smile. There's something truly magical about what we witness here today. For those of us fortunate enough to have the opportunity to work with students at our university, we know it and we feel it. In the daily experience of college, we don't often have the opportunity to step back and see what our students have become. Today provides that opportunity when we can pause, reflect, and celebrate the truly life-changing difference education can make. Education's about knowledge and about people and about life. Education is a calling, something that must be experienced to be appreciated. It's also the story of personal achievement and how talent, hard work, dedication, and sacrifice can create remarkable opportunities. Each of our graduates today has a story. I wish that I could tell you each one, as each is meaningful. However, I would like to share one such special story with you. This student is originally from Middleville, Michigan, where she graduated from high school in 2000. When her mother passed away, she decided to join the Army. She asked what training would allow her to travel the world and was told to become a cargo specialist. In her position, she operated heavy equipment, including container lifts and forklifts. While in the service, she met her husband, Tim, when they were stationed together, first at Fort Eustis in Virginia and then in Korea. They got married and lived in Texas, North Carolina, Virginia, and Michigan. She left the military to stay at home and care for their family, which grew to include 2 sons and her daughter. Her husband deployed to Iraq and Afghanistan from 2002 to 2007. During this time, she also volunteered as a contract employee in Iraq, but her priority became her desire to go to college. After starting at Grand Rapids Community College, she heard a representative from Ferris talk about the digital animation and game design program offered in Grand Rapids. She had no knowledge of the program, but met with faculty member Marty Lear, who helped her dream come true. She enrolled in the program and became especially interested in the possibilities offered by breakthroughs in digital visual effects. Throughout her college experience, her husband has been away much of the time. She's had to balance her schoolwork with raising 3 children, Dominic 11, Donovan 9, and Bailey 6. Although she never thought she would go to college, she becomes the first in her family to earn a bachelor's degree. When asked about her motivation, she said she wanted more for her kids, wanted to be someone her children would look up to. Today, she is most certainly that person. I'm honored to present to you a true American hero, Lisa Anderson, and would ask that she stand. Lisa? Lisa, I'd also ask that your family would stand if they would. Graduates, on behalf of our university, I wish you great success, meaning, and fulfillment. As each of you sets out on the next step of your life and career, you will face times of challenge, of heartbreak, and disappointment. In those times when you might consider giving up, I'd encourage you to remember the example of Lisa Anderson and the triumph of her educational journey. Congratulations and best wishes, class of 2013.
We now take pride in recognizing the graduates of the Ferris State University class of 2013. In the interest of time and maintaining the integrity of the ceremony, we ask that the families and friends of the graduates remain at their seats for the complete ceremony. The university has contracted with a professional photographer to take pictures of each graduate. Following the ceremony, we invite the family and friends to take photos in front of the stage. For safety purposes, the platform will be closed. The academic deans will assist President Eisler as he confers the appropriate degrees and certificates on the Ferris State University class of 2013.
Will the candidates for the Doctor of Optometry degree in the Michigan College of Optometry please rise? Will their families also rise? Dean David Damari will present the candidates.
On behalf of the Michigan College of Optometry, I am honored to present these candidates for the degree Doctor of Optometry. They are hereby certified by their faculty for their degrees. The special hoods they wear betoken the completion of the requirement for the doctoral degree.
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I confer upon you the degree Doctor of Optometry, as it applies to you individually with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities therein. Congratulations, graduates, Michigan College of Optometry.
Families may be seated. Graduates, please come forward as directed by ushers. Dr. Brian Vernon. Sterling Skolapski. Dr. Nicholas Scott Zinder. Dr. Danielle Christine Smith. Dr. Katie Lynn Suter, high distinction. Dr. Jessica M. Hartwig, high distinction. Dr. Elena Marie Heron. Dr. Joshua Richards Davidson. Dr. Paul Davis Kimbrough, high distinction. Dr. Lauren Renee Hack, high distinction. Dr. Danae Adrienne Hayward, high distinction. Dr. Joseph Elmer Morse. Dr. Shamari Shiryewala, high distinction. Dr. Diane Shahara, high distinction. Dr. Elizabeth Ann Kuchapam Rumpel. Dr. Kristen Sarah O'Brien. Dr. Katie Ann Abada, high distinction. Dr. Katie Lynn Shalif. Dr. Katie Marie Buchholz, high distinction. Ladies and gentlemen, the doctoral graduates of the Michigan College of Optometry.
Will the candidates for the master's degree in the College of Education and Human Services please rise? Will their families also rise? Dean Michelle A. Johnston will present the candidates.
On behalf of the College of Education and Human Services, I am honored and privileged to present to you these candidates for the degree of Master of Science in Career and Technical Education and in Criminal Justice Administration and Master of Education in Curriculum and Instruction. They are hereby certified by the faculty for their degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I confer upon each of you the master's degree as it applies to you individually, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities therein. Congratulations, master's graduates, College of Education and Human Services.
Family members may be seated. Graduates, please come forward as directed by ushers. James R. Boylan. Ryan Lawrence Dittmer. Jasper Adele Hamlin. Kaylee M. Weber. Felicia K. Risley. Jewel Ann Cologne. Georgia Lee Andres. Nicole D. Little. Amy Nicole Team. Michael St. Clair Davis. Blake N. Madison. Samantha Ray Nelson. Nora A. El-Habib. Aliobabe. Aliodabe. Chelder Sheila J. Powell. Lori Lynn Armstrong. Jody Jane Gardet. Jennifer K. Riggs. Ishin Song. Melissa June Rassel. Bruce Alam. Michelle Elfine. Anthony Spencer Soule. Brandy Ann Johnson. Michelle L. McDonald. Mindy J. Kaiser. Ladies and gentlemen, the master's graduates of the College of Education and Human Services.
Will the candidates for the baccalaureate and associate degrees in the College of Education and Human Services please rise? Will their families also rise? Dean Johnson will present the candidates.
On behalf of the College of Education and Human Services, I am honored and privileged to present these candidates for the Bachelor of Science and Associate in Arts and Associate in Applied Science degrees. They are hereby certified by the faculty for their degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I confer upon you the bachelor and associate degrees as they apply to you individually, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities therein. Congratulations, graduates, College of Education and Human Services.
Families may be seated. Graduates may be seated except for the first row. Please come forward as directed by ushers. Bradley Stefan Anderson. Sally Jean Sofferdine. Melissa D. Goki. Raquel Alicia Flores. Heidi K. Helton. Rachel Anna Haruza. Kristen N. Allen. Lisa Marie Anderson. Anthony M. Furlow. Mark A. Slopert. Heather Renee Bell. Courtney Lynn Rokas. Reeg T. Luai. Matthew Donald Fillmore Wilkinson. Samantha Irene Janney. Letitia Monique Jennings. Loretta Ann Broyles. Crystal Lynn Dunblazer. Nicole Patricia Clary. Tyler James Williamson. Logan Christopher Russell. Michael Allen Thibodeau. Stephen Edward Keeney, Jr. Brittany L. Hubbard. Stephanie L. Reed. Jose Angel Guerra. Jessica Clara Jean Church. Ashley M. Oring. Amber G. Wood. Russell T. Wallaker. Jared Atha. Erica K. Isaacson. Paula J. Kelly Copeland. Andrew Leland Rumps. Kathleen Rose Beach. Jessica Ann Garza. Saray Leanne Daggett. Cami Melissa Alberts. Sarah Elizabeth Estrada. Brandon Monroe Mueller. Dana Renee Chapman. Ryan Charles Ford. Jessica Ann Groendijk. Therese M. Haley. Crystal Marie Cornwell. Audrey Elizabeth Cotta. Latricia L. Akins. Patrick David Niebar. Taryn Ashley Trisdell. Cameo R. Paul. Scott Holda. Wanda J. Sissel. Amanda I. Guess. Jake Henry Horde. Faith Morgan Garner. Carly Marie Quain. Kelly Marie Buchanan. Alina Elizabeth Harrington. Nicole Christine Youngs. Charles Albert Ritchie. Zachary Stanley Jensen. Maria Teresa Gardella. Brad Lawrence Irvin. Jamie Sue Sartor. Maria Olga Vasquez. Carmen Dolores Amaro. Shayna Sue Meisner. Shelby Lee Van Dyne. Bradley Scott Connell. Joshua Patrick Allen. Andrew Timothy Tycho. Craig Michael Schiffelbein. Lindsay Joe Elliott. Bethany Ann Ginever. Olivia Margaret Bolthuis. Kelsey Scott Acker. Catherine A. Vanderkoy. Jeffrey Paul Keys. Robert L. Roundtree, Jr. Judy Lee Charleston. Keith E. Barber. Glenn Underwood. Keith Joseph Teller. Glenn Thomas Zorn. Christopher J. Mazzola. Alicia Klein Esch. Denise Marie Moore. Gerald Stewart Smith. Valerie Allen Ferreira. Thomas James Scoville. Stephen Lee Anderson. Christopher Raymond Anderson. Sade E. Hansen. Crystal L. Geisler. Lindsay Kate Delpierre. Alicia K. Nixon. Brittany Lynn Flint. Paige C. Wires. Brianna Lynn Gaffel. Brandon John Bowman. Nita Ann Patterson. Alyssa D. Hall. Kelly G. Henry. Matthew R. Spry. Destiny Shantae Woods. Anna Maria Garcia Lopez. Justine Lynn Snyder. Curtis L. Smolligan. Daniel L. Wenzinski. Joshua Scott Eisengruber. James R. Andrews. Kevin R. Stone. Jeffrey David Sukes. Kevin M. Toma. Brian Allen Dykema. Samuel J. Sanders. Casey T. Watring. Brandon L. Schnotala. Kyle William Hansis. Eric Andrew Rockwell. Joshua Morinson. Chad Stephen Federley. Christine Louise Walco. Tammy Ann Sauer. Kimberly K. Bernellis. Lori K. Davis. Megan Marie Reinig. Kelly Lynn Paquet. Eric Maynard Johannes Bowers. Alan Marshall Blanchard. Jeremy J. Miller. Adam David Allport. Jason Curtis Harrington. Jason Michael Hilla. Julie Lynn Curtis. Cody Isaac Ferrier. Rachel Renee Canaday. Timothy Michael Grima. Ryan Zachary Walker. Lance Jason Pileman. Kyle Patrick Wilson. Daniel Paul Anderson. Rain Lauren Dinsmore. Ashley Lauren Volts. Grant Thomas Meister. Keith Allen Crittenden. Gordon A. Hill. Sean Michael Gale. Tyler J. Close. Emma Rose Zania. Tony Lamberis. Hannah Vivian Crouch. Sandra K. Alany. Andrew Philip Trowbridge. Cresta K. Train. Sarah Victoria Wilson Dunn. Jeffrey D. Kesuba. Joshua Lee Howe. Jennifer Ray Warden. Brianna C. Mitchell. Jill Ann Johansson. Heather Ashley Rice. Kirby Ellen Brickell. Brooke Rochelle Williams. Amanda Catherine Belzy. O'Day Osam Ali. Christopher Douglas Muldoon. Thomas Christian Sturgiadis. James Joseph Piscano. Joshua David Sparks. Casey Nathaniel Luke. Jessica Ann Covert. Mitchell Robert Campbell. Tyler Joseph Gifford. Austin Mitchell Stordahl. Gino Thomas Basili. Kate Danielle Strong. Robert Joseph Swantek. Matthew Miles Bobek. Trevin Joseph Burnett. James Marshall Burton. Nathan Charles Humble. Kyle Robert Kaloya. Mindy Sue Westfall. Takara Marie Rule. Amanda Page Huther. Amanda Elizabeth Rosen. Stephanie Michelle Diffin. Kurt James Pash. Nicholas Charles Chavokas. Kevin Joseph Stars Jr. Samantha Jean Metzler. Angela M. Kortman. Robert Peter Hansen. Jacob Michael Dunn. Matthew Tosh Guy. Charles Conrad Garden. Fuller William Cowell. James Michael Malberg. Jonathan Randy Myshak. Charles Richard Pepsick. Aaron Donald McConaughey. Chase Nicholas Weber. Jonathan Doherty. Matthew Douglas Logie. Ryan James Gerke. Emily Joyce Kanda. Alexandra Williams. Benjamin James Ingersoll. Matthew Danko. Joel C. Gray. Jake Henry Nicholson. Nicholas S. Roy. Mark Todd Conley, Jr. Christopher Brian Kimes. Benjamin Jacob Youngs. Devin Theophil Solberg. Kylie Ray Twites. Emily Elizabeth Lewis. Aubrey Jean Vanderwoody. Alexandria Ann Van Dyke. Holly Ann Valdez. Andrew Curtis Pettigrew. Philip Bowles. Patrick J. Meehan. Sandra Autumn Morgul. Justin Joseph Amon. James W. O'Brien. Ryan S. Lewis. Javari Smith. Richard P. Cardenas. Shannon Nicole Woodall. Marks Lennon Ruiz. Daryl D. Vance. Mark Anthony Levice. Theodore Lloyd Golubinski, Jr. Chad Carl Thompson. Philip M. Higgins. Austin D. St. George. Ryan James Brugink. Matthew Oscar Holliday. Robert Michael Kearns. Amelia R. Johnson. Dawn Marie Corwin. Amber L. Boone. Melissa Ann Kroner. Lindsay Ray Kruger. Amanda M. Boots. Joseph Charles McNamara. Danielle Marie Proctor. Joseph L. Bourdon. Hannah Christine Newton. Joanna Schroeder. Andrea E. Nagurski. Israel Ledesma. Zainab Mohammed. Sharnice Givens. Alexandria N. Ramirez. Kwame Garrick Stanley. Mario Jamal Johnson. Calvin Paul Washington III. Tony Wesley Beck, Jr. Rance Dillard Mask. Sean Michael Alderink. Scott F. Elder. Keith Kolazinski. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates of the College of Education and Human Services.
Will all of our graduates please stand? There's a long-standing tradition at commencement ceremonies in which the graduates move their tassels from the right side to the left side of their caps as a symbol of your accomplishment. I invite all graduates of the class of 2013 to flip their tassels at this time. Congratulations and best wishes to each of you. You may be seated.
Jeremy Mishler, Director of Alumni Relations, will bring you greetings from the Ferris State Alumni Association.
It is now my great privilege to salute all of you for the first time as alumni of Ferris State University. From this day, you will face many new possibilities, probabilities, and challenges. And we will now be depending on you to do your part to strengthen the economies of our world and to build our communities. And it is now, more than ever, that we will be counting on you to advocate to your family, neighbors, and colleagues the continuing opportunity of Ferris State. We are looking forward to your return to campus as our advisors, to be our guest speakers, and to share with us your successes so that your stories will inspire and support future generations that have the ability to fulfill their dreams here and one day stand at your side. Celebrate this great day. We look forward to hearing from you soon. And remember, you are, and always will be, a Bulldog. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the singing of Ferris Fidelity. You may join Rachel Schumann in singing our alma mater. The words are located in your program. Please remain standing for the formal closing of the commencement ceremony. Thank you for sharing this special day with us.